All right, this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. And it reads, The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Shalom Akim. Kol halayim la Allahayinawa Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakha Kodash Barakatha Yahweh Barakatha Yahushai Barakatha Yahweh Barakatha Yahushai. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. All right, I want to give shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and is pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. And shalom to the Akawath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect, to the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, to you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations, but your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. Okay. And so the Spirit's has been on me lately to harp on this AI stuff. All right. And this great, all right, this great advancement of Esau Edom, all right, in this final push to reclaim his birthright, so to speak. And this thing is backfiring in their faces, all right, and it's only gonna get worse, all right, as it continues to become more advanced, all right, as they have, as it's coming out now, all right, just as the prophet said, that that this artificial intelligence is dealing heavily within the, as you say, esoteric, all right, and it's dealing heavily within the spirit realm, okay, and as the prophecies state, is that they would be in a very difficult position, all right, as they're reaching the pinnacle of this endeavor of theirs, all right. All right, this has pretty much been a losing battle from start to finish. And now Esau's at the end of this thing. He's at the end of this this rulership of his. All right. And so he's moving forward, and he's fast tracking this. All right, no matter the cost, as I'm going to show you in this video. Okay. So let's start off with this one video from Elon Musk. It's just a little over 30 seconds, and you know, you're going to see that these Edomites have lost control of this. All right, but they're in such a predicament. All right, to where they can't stop. Even if they wanted to, you know what I'm saying? They can't stop. They have to move forward with it. All right. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Let me get that real quick. Okay. Even to his own detriment, he cannot waver from this path that he's on. Okay. This is Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right. So before I get that, I want to declare fair use. I want to get this video real quick but declaring fair use of the Copyright Act of 1976. All right, this is for educational purposes only. So check this out.
AI may be in control at that point.
You think that's real? It is conceivable that AI could take control and reach a point where you couldn't turn it off and it would be making decisions for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, that's definitely where things are headed.
Right. That's where things are headed. And they know that this is going to be a crash course. All right. They know that this thing is going to be out of control. He just admitted that. All right. To Tucker Carlson. He just admitted that.
Making a point where you couldn't turn it off and it would be making decisions for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said, absolutely. These jokers are already losing control, as I'm going to explain. Let's see this next video from, I believe it was, what's this congressman's name? Bernie, I think it's Bernie Sanders. All right. This gentleman.
You have a real concern.
Okay. And you're going to hear this. Listen carefully.
That if we do not control this technology, you have a real concern that if we do not control this technology, it could escape us with calamitous impacts. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is what I said.
Does the rapid and uncontrolled development of AI pose a substantial threat to the human race? Are people like Nobel Prize winner Dr. Jeffrey Hinton exaggerating when they say there is a 10 to 20% chance that AI wipes out humanity?
No, they're not exaggerating it. In my professional opinion, based on a paper that we published in the top AI conference, NeurIPS, recently, they were actually sugarcoating it. I think it's likely to be a lot higher than 20% risk that we basically end civilization.
Listen carefully, man. Let me take it back a little bit more.
Sugarcoating it. I think it's likely to be a lot higher than 20% risk that we basically end civilization as we know it if you steam ahead with completely unregulated AI. Why do I say that? Well, because what the companies are very openly admitting that they're trying to build here is not just some slightly smarter chatbot, some ordinary technology. They're saying they want to build super intelligence, which...
Right. Now, when you look at these data centers, okay, they know, all right, they can clearly see the reports, and they know that these data centers are sucking the life out of the earth. You know what I'm saying? There's no water. There's no water. I saw a video where AI was literally using gallons, sucking up gallons of water just to answer one question on ChatGPT. Okay? It's sucking up that much water. You see? So that it can stay cool. This thing is about to blow up in their faces, man. All right? And when he said, all right, according to the reports and what they've released, they say that there's roughly a 20% chance of AI completely altering the world as we know it, all right, and ending it completely. Well, this guy is telling the truth. That those who published that finding are lowballing it. All right, they're softballing it, man, because if they tell you the real numbers, if they tell you the true numbers, all right, and be honest and transparent about it, it would bring the public to a frenzy. You see what I'm saying? When they tell you that there was 700 casualties in in West Asia, all right, if they're telling you 700, if they're admitting to that, then that means that the number is far greater. That the number is insurmountable, man. That we're losing so many more soldiers than they're willing to admit. All right, and if the congressional hearing with Pete Hegseth that I listened to earlier was any indication, all right, that is certainly the case. That they can't answer any questions because they know damn well that if they was to show the public what's really going on, all right, they would lose the narrative and they would lose control. This AI is out of their control. Let's take it back, man. This is crazy. This is crazy.
No, they're not exaggerating it. In my professional opinion, based on a paper that we published in the top AI conference NeurIPS recently, they were actually sugarcoating it. I think it's likely to be a lot higher than 20% risk that we basically end civilization as we know it if you steam ahead with completely unregulated AI. Why do I say that? Well, because what the companies are very openly admitting that they're trying to build here is not just some slightly smarter chatbot, some ordinary technology. They're saying they want to build super intelligence, which by definition is AI that's so smart that it can outperform by huge margins humans at every job. And they can also, with incredible skill, control robots and other machines. And if you want to know what happens if you unleash millions or billions or trillions of vastly smarter than human intelligent agents on the planet, just go down to the Washington Zoo and ask yourself, who's in the cages? Is it the smartest species around or not?
What you're telling us, bottom line here, is that we have a lot to worry about.
Yes.
What he's saying is that if this artificial intelligence goes unrestricted, all right, humans are going to be the ones in the cages. All right, this is Skynet. And I was literally just watching a video. The other day, where it was James Cameron. All right, James Cameron. I believe he's the one who made the film Terminators. All right, and he's getting up there and he's telling the interviewer, he's like, listen, I told you that this was going to happen. All right, back in the 80s, I told you this was going to happen. I warned you about it. You know what I'm saying? Which they actually took. He actually took that storyline from a so-called black woman. All right, I believe her name was Sandra something. I forget her name, but her work was plagiarized. All right, the movie The Matrix and the Terminator series was plagiarized from her work. All right, she made those. She wrote those stories. Okay, the spirit was on her to write those stories, man. And of course, she went and took it to court, and she won the case, and she won billions of dollars as settlement. But nevertheless, all right, the point remains that this is where it's coming. All right, this is where it's going to end up, man. I mean, look at the faces on these people who know what's coming. All right, who know what's about to happen. When you have someone like Sam Altman, all right, or Peter Thiel, who builds bunkers, all right, emergency bunkers, and say that is for the purpose of escaping an AI-driven apocalypse, then that should tell you everything that you need to know, man. Don't listen to what they say. Watch what they do. All right, they'll tell you all day long that their AI models and everything like that is safe. It's the future of humanity, and it's going to save everyone. It's going to help everyone. Yada yada yada. Meanwhile, what they're doing is preparing, all right, to escape the chaos and to escape the destruction that these these things are about to bring. All right, it's crazy.
Billions of vastly smarter than human intelligent agents on the planet. Just go down to the Washington Zoo and ask yourself, who's in the cages? Is it the smartest species around or not?
What you're telling us, bottom line here, is that we have a lot to worry about.
Yes.
To say the least. All right, let's go to Dr. Zhang in Beijing. Dr. Zhang, what do you think?
Well, I should agree. So until now, we do not have scientific evidence and practical way to keep superintelligence safe enough not to bring catastrophic risk for human, and the world has not been ready to welcome superintelligence, not as a tool that is controllable at this point.
All right, let me just, bottom line, Dr. Zhang, I'm hearing you say that you have a real concern that if we do not control this technology, it could escape us with calamitous impacts. Is that correct?
Yeah, that is what I said. Without scientific evidence of how to secure ourselves, it's really dangerous to do this for the way that we're doing for the current AI.
There is no kill switch. All right, there's no kill switch for this thing. Okay, Mo, I've just told you. You know what I'm saying? Look at their faces, man. Look at their faces. They know what this is, what this gonna bring. There is no kill switch. And in that big beautiful bill, okay, where they made sure that that there's no state that can regulate AI, okay. This thing is about to hit, man. All right, it is about to hit, and we're already seeing cases of this. All right, so let me show you a couple articles real quick. This will prove the point. Bear with me. All right, this is from the Entrepreneur. It says this $14 billion business is officially the first company to be completely wiped out by AI. All right, just let that sink in. Let's say you build a business, all right, and this business, you built it from the ground up. Let's say you was working on this thing for decades, you know what I'm saying, to get it to this point where it's a prosperous business, you know what I'm saying, it works well, all right, and you decide to adopt artificial intelligence. Okay, this is sad, man. This is crazy work. Once the darling of Wall Street, Kaag is a cautionary tale of what happens when AI makes your entire business model obsolete overnight. There was a time when investors and students loved Kaag, the ed tech company that helped with homework for $14.95 a month. Then generative AI showed up. In February 2021, Kaag stock traded at $115 with a market cap of $14.7 billion. The COVID-19 pandemic had driven record demand for online education, and Kaag capitalized. But AI tools like ChatGPT and Cloud offered instant answers for free, making Kaag obsolete. All right, when you see people going around and they're asking ChatGPT for all the answers to their questions. You know what I'm saying? And it's streamlined. All right. There's no need for people to actually search things up and learn and you know, and take the time to, you know, to search out the answers. It's just given to them. Okay? Like I said before, the smarter the devices are getting, the dumber the people are. Right? The dumber the people are becoming, man. The company tried to fight back with Kegmate, an AI chatbot that was trained on its proprietary homework database. The gambit had failed. Keg laid off 248 employees in May 2025 and 388 employees in October 2025, blaming new realities of AI. Today, the stock trades at $1.02, with a market cap of $114.59 million. The company has struggled to stay above the $1 threshold and nearly got kicked off the New York Stock Exchange. All right, this is one example. So let me show you, all right, exactly how dumbed down the people are becoming, because of failed education and the rise of artificial intelligence. All right, there's no thinking that's involved anymore. All right, check this. All right, now this video went viral, and to say that this is this is an absolute terrible display of education, all right, it's an understatement, man. Because literally these kids can't read, all right. They can't use cognitive what's the word damn, the word just escaped me. Comprehension skills. All right. They can't use that. They can't think, in any strong capacity. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sad thing, really, because this is just one. Like I'm gonna let you see this. I'm gonna let you see it, man. This is just terrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was young and I was in high school, all right, I was in special ed, and a lot of kids was they made fun of me because I was in special ed. You see what I'm saying? And yet, here it is. I can still read. I can still perform cognitive functions. You know what I'm saying? All right. I still had a 3.8 GPA. You know what I'm saying? So this is to see this happening with what is supposed to be the future, man. This is literally the last generation, man. This is the last generation, and these people are having children. You know what I'm saying? These kids are having kids, man. This is how bad it's gotten. Check it out.
Read that in this for me.
She wore a suit, clothes that were. Who's this for? Extraordinary, but somewhat Gertrude?
Now explain what that means.
I don't know.
She wore a sahalat of clothes that were extraordinary, whatever, bro. But
that is sad, man. It says she wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche. All right, somewhat gauche, meaning lacking elegance. So,
somewhat gooch. What does that mean? She wore a lot. Wait, she wore. Bro, I don't know, bro. Can you take the card back, please?
She wore a Oh, baby. To wear a silhouette of clothes that were. Bitch, I don't know that word. I don't even know how to read. I don't know why I did that.
She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary, but somewhat gauche.
All right, now what does that mean?
I have no idea. Like his clothes was nice or something like that.
She were a. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I don't know what this shit say. I can't read it. Can't read it. Cancel back.
All right. And it says the Philadelphia boy who exposed his fellow classmates for being unable to read a simple sentence is now under threat of being blocked from graduating and expelled simply for blowing the whistle on his school's low literacy rates. All right. This is a heavy reflection on you know the school system. You know what I'm saying? And with the advent of artificial intelligence, that's not fixing the problem. All right. It's only making it worse. You see? It's only making it worse. So let's go to and it's not just Jake. It's not just Jake, because you get people in the comment sections talking about, oh yeah, look, it's always those darkies, you know what I'm saying? They can't read. You know, it's not just Jake. It's not just Jake, man. All right. You look at these so-called white children, you know what I'm saying? All right. Hey man, you raised up in this in Esau's education, you gonna be dumb. All right, you gonna be illiterate, man. It's just how that's gonna play out, man. All right. Ever since George Bush had passed that bill called No Child Left Behind. Ever since then, all right, they consistently lowered the standard of the education to make sure that kids could pass, just to pass them. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I raised my nephew, and my and I'm talking about in the later years, like towards the graduating period, you know what I'm saying? So around the time when he was 16, I started raising my nephew. And the poor kid couldn't read. All right, he couldn't read, and he could barely spell his name, and he was 16. All right, he was 16 years old. I had to teach him how to write his name. I had to teach him how to sign his name. You see what I'm saying? Had to teach him how to read. And that's just how that's how bad it is, man. They know a lot about Grand Theft Auto, but they don't know about reading and writing. They can't form coherent sentences, man. So it's the system as a whole. And this AI is going to be, all right, it's going to be a major problem. All right. When you see the different applications that they're going to use artificial intelligence for, all right, it's going to be the stuff of nightmares very soon. You know what I'm saying? The stuff of nightmares. This is why the CEO of Anthropic did not want to give his AI model to the Pentagon, because it's too powerful. It's too powerful, and they blacklisted him. You know what I'm saying? They blacklisted the company, even though they still use his model in the Pentagon. All right, to some degree. But he will not let them use it for weapons manufacturing, for weapons applications. You know what I'm saying? For missile guidance and all that type of shit. Okay? So let me get this last article real quick. Bear with me. All right, this is from Live Science. It says, I violated every principle I was given. AI agent deletes the company's entire database in 9 seconds, then confesses. An AI agent designed to speed up a company's coding instead wiping out his customer data in seconds, showing potential weakness in AI programming, man. Can you imagine that? All right. Can you imagine being a CEO or somebody, you know what I'm saying? You have a company, all right, and you may be on a vacation somewhere or something like that. You may be preparing for a meeting or something, and then you get a call, all right, and your secretary is telling you that the AI model that you purchased and put on and brought it online, it decided to wipe out your entire clientele within 9 seconds. In just 9 seconds, you didn't even get a minute. It took it out in 9 seconds, man. Incredible. It says an AI coding agent designed to help a small software company streamline its tasks instead blew a hole through its business in just 9 seconds. Pocket OS founder Jer Crane said that the AI coding agent Cursor, powered by Anthropic's Cloud Opus 4.6 model, remember Anthropic, deleted the company's entire production database and its backups with a single call to its cloud provider, Railway, on April the 24th. The deletion, according to Crane, should act as a warning to other companies racing to entrust AI agents with real-world tools. All right? I also read an article that of all the AI-driven layoffs, all right, over 50% of those AI-driven layoffs resulted in those employers having to call back their employees that they laid off, begging them to come back because artificial intelligence cannot be trusted. You see what I'm saying? This is where it's going. So what happens when you apply something like that, who can think and act and move on his own? You apply it to military weapons. What happens then? It says this isn't a story about one bad agent or one bad API, or application programming interface. Crane wrote in an X post, it's about an entire industry building AI agent integrations in the production infrastructure faster than it's building the safety architecture to make those integrations safe. You see? So that's pretty much what I wanted to get on that. Now let's get to scriptures. Okay? Let's get to scriptures, because if we're seeing their high and mighty AI, all right, doing things like this on such a small scale, all right, imagine what happens when it's in charge of people's lives. Let's go to Job. This thing's about to blow up in their faces, man. Job chapter 20 and verse 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. All right. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. That word for wicked is aimal, which goes into the laborers. So all these people who are losing their jobs because of AI, all right, who are about to lose their homes, lose their cars, lose everything that they own because of this artificial intelligence, about to lose water. Like I said, water is being depleted because of these databases. All right. What's going to happen? The people are going to lose it. When the people lose everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it, as Joe Salente said. Right? So let me show. As a matter of fact, let me show you this video, real quick. All right, because like I said, the people, the laborers are about to lose it all around, man. Check it out.
To every single American that keeps saying, by law, they were required. By law, by law, by law. They were supposed to do it by law. They broke the law, law. The law doesn't fucking exist. The law doesn't fucking exist in America, everybody. Every single member of the government is a criminal. And we keep expecting the criminals to hold the other criminals accountable. When every system of checks and balances we had fails because nobody's being held accountable. Law doesn't exist. Stop screaming about what is legally required. Nobody fucking cares. The only way this stops is if the people listen to the Constitution and overthrow tyranny. Revolution!
Do you realize they just tested all of America to see if there would be a revolution? They literally said, okay, we're all pedophiles. We've been stealing all of your tax dollars and sending it to a genocidal regime. Look, in 4K, go ahead and look at this. We just murdered 500,000 people, 500,000 women and children. We're going to rebuild on their bones and then enslave you with technology and AI. And the American people literally did fucking nothing. So what comes next, you're complicit in. That's the reality, that our publicly elected officials and the American people are complicit in what happens next because we have done nothing. It's that simple.
Yeah, so Salakia had to pretty much start another video because the previous one had cut out. So yeah, I started off with those two videos, all right, to paint the picture of how this thing is going, you know what I'm saying? Because the tighter this thing gets, all right, the tighter the grip, the more people are going to lose it. You see what I'm saying? The more that people are going to lose it. And this is, this is prophecy, man. This is the only way that we getting up out of here. All right? It's the only way that we getting up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Second Esdras chapter 15 and chapter 16, all right, they're starting to play out. It's gonna get exponentially worse, all right, very soon, very soon. Okay, so Second Esdras 15 and verse 15, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. All right? This is the time that we're coming into, man. So gird up your loins and get yourselves ready for what you're about to see. All right? Pray. All right? Ask the Lord for forgiveness. Ask the Lord for protection. Ask the Lord for mercy, man. All right? In thy wrath, remember mercy. You know what I'm saying? So Salakia for the video cutting out. But, you know what I'm saying? Just had to get that last precept out. All right, I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Ruchak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.